the rest of my life. I'm going to be in the media in some form or fashion always. I always have been, I always will be. I will endorse you for life. That's a thing. And if I get this Google thing or we get on the CBC, you're coming with us. Just so you know. Get me to Degrassi Palooza. I got Pat Mastrioni is right behind it, but he's not kicking in any money. But he's all over me on Twitter, loving what we're talking about the show. So, but he's not offering up a couple of bucks either. Come on, Joey. Jeremiah, come on, buddy.
I was literally just thinking, I'm like, it's nice. You like the post, you read the stuff. The fuck, man.
I'll get a giant ass Degrassi tattoo. I'll get a Zit Remedy tattoo.
There you go.
Pat, I know you're listening. And if you're not, you can listen on Twitter. You probably are. And if you are, number one, you're my hero. And number two, kick in some money. Talk to Caitlin. Snake's doing good for himself.
Yeah.
I gotta get to this thing. I'm getting more and more excited. It's right around the corner. And I am just getting freaky deaky excited about it. So, but the fundraiser, I started my own fundraising campaign on Facebook, and it's doing equally as well as your GoFundMe page. So that is exciting stuff.
Fantastic.
Guys, get us to Degrassi Palooza. This is going to be a blast. It's going to be an awesome YouTube show. You're going to see, it's going to be a really fun road movie no matter what. And you're going to see the adventures of Eric and Gord the way you've never seen us before. It's going to be amazing. But it'll be a little bit more amazing if you throw in a couple of bucks.
It would definitely come in handy.
EricandGord.com. All right, you're getting tired. We got to move on. Sorry, I'm just kind of dragging you along this one, Gord. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's been a day, and I think I'm just starting to fade.
Yeah, right. Well, before you do, I wanted to get on.
I'd rather be fucking up and Adam. I'm just fading.
It's no problem. I gotta touch on this because it'll perk you up a little bit. The question on everybody's mind: how should we stand up to China?
Oh, come on, they're little people. You just tower over them.
Their latest tactic has been to ban import of Canadian canola.
That's right.
Now, you think canola, nobody thinks about canola, right? No, it's just one of those things, it just exists, but you don't know where it comes from, you don't care, and you don't know where it goes. This is a massive, massive industry in Canada. And this could potentially ruin Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
And we've already fucked up a potash deal for them.
Yeah, I've been reading about that. I was a little, I just don't get it.
Sorry, I've got a little commotion here. Yeah, no. This is in response, obviously.
Why are you fucking with the middle guy? This is what I don't get. We're the middle guy. We're literally caught in the middle.
Yeah, well,
the criminal was on our soil when the Americans asked us to do it. We're attached to America. So what the fuck?
We did it, and we pushed hard. I told you this was all going to go back to Robert Schellenberg. I said this months ago to you when we first brought it up, that the detention of Michael Schellenberg for the drug dealing was going to get ugly. And sure enough, after that diplomatic trip we took, China made up this claim that our canola's infested with bugs and they're not going to buy it anymore. And now the ball's in our court. We can either let Huawei lady go. Well, no, we can't. She's in the U.S. now.
No, we can't now.
But what do? We need to show backbone here. We can't just suck up to Trump and hope he's going to fix this for us.
Well, that's right. I can drink there. I don't know. I mean, what are we going to do? Like, seriously, what leverage does Canada have? Oh, we're going to cut you off from something? It's just, we got nothing as a fucking nation to hold over them.
Well,
they don't need anything from us other than our money. And we need their business in order for the rest of our economy to work.
Well, basically, how it's always worked, kind of, is our trade functions like this, right? Like we sell China agricultural products, we buy way more in manufactured products, and our the trade deficit just swells and swells and swells. Um, so yeah, what really all we have to do is stop relying on them, stop buying so much manufactured products from them.
It's not even good for you anyways. Everything that's just made in China is garbage anyway.
That's right, but this is a $48 billion industry that China is or sorry, $48 billion in trade in total, but that's 40% of the canola market goes to China. So for them to ban it, that's a huge chunk out of our bottom line. And their next step, strategically, could be livestock, meat. Stop buying Canadian meat, and we're done. We're screwed. We put all our eggs in one big Chinese basket, and I knew this is where it was heading, but nobody listens to me until it's too late.
And then it's, oh my God, what if he was right?
What if he was right? Well, look at you now. We're Boy Scouts going up against Don Corleone and his family. You know, we're not. We still have peepees, and they've all got dicks. We're
This is what I'm saying. Like, what do we do as a nation? We got, what do we got to stand against them with?
Well, you know, right now we're not looking real good because the fact that we haven't banned Huawei from the construction of the 5G networks is really just contrary to everything that's going on in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
The fact that Trudeau hasn't even really weighed in on this yet, you think he'd at least make a phone call and be like, "Hey, could you buy our shit?" But he hasn't. He hasn't tried to contact Chinese President. What's his Jinping?
I don't know her name.
Jinping. It's Ping. Something Ping. Ping pong. There we go. President Ping Pong hasn't talked to Justy at all about this. And China, they're like they want you to be strong, right? I deal with these people every day just on the street. They want you to be strong, and they just want to win by one.
Yeah.
If you're trying to sell them for something for $10 and they get it for $9, they feel like they won. But if you just buckle right at the beginning, you look like a pussy. So I don't know what we can do, but
that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, there's not much we can do. I just think the only thing, like, I just know, if I was Prime Minister, the only thing I would do is I just make a couple statements and go, come on, are you really going to pull this shit right now against us? The U.S. wants them. Go fuck with them. I don't see you fucking with the U.S. I just call them out on it.
well, we're not calling them out on anything. That's the sad thing. We were so slow to catch up with the money laundering in the casinos, and we're not stopping fentanyl. We're bringing that in by the bucket full. I don't know what the fuck. They're going to own us. We've been kind of joking about it for the last 6 months or so, but they're winning. They're taking it.
Yeah, they are.
They stand with the ability to cripple our economy right now, and just fucking take over our country. And that's an actual possibility now.
Terrifying. I don't want to be Chinese. Nothing against you people. I have one of your penises. It's okay.
Well, they're gonna want that back now. Which one? We want it.
Oh.
The scary thing is, the fact that we're letting them do this, and they are, they're collecting. China is not. Sorry, I got some yelling in the background here. Just fantastic. Another real scary thing just before we go here, because it's just freaking the shit out of me, because I can't get over these people. They are devoting, as you said, with your technology that you broke the story on last month, they're using any means they can to collect DNA of people outside of China. And that just creating a massive DNA database with the private genetic information of as many people as possible, and they're not saying what they're doing with it.
No, they don't have to.
Now, this goddamn Ancestry.com, and I've never bitched about it on the show, I don't think, maybe once before, but I haven't ever said how toxic and evil this Ancestry.com company is. First of all, they're run by Scientologists.
I thought it was started by the CIA,
Well, they're maybe started by the CIA. Sorry. You could be right, but Scientologists have taken it over, so there's that. And guess where Ancestry.com sends your DNA to be analyzed?
Where is that?
China.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Because China does it at a ridiculously cheaper rate than everyone else. So any DNA testing company takes advantage of what is cleverly called the China price. More than 12 million Americans' DNA has been collected through this goddamn evil bastard company. Because it's such a fun way to find long-lost family members. But the downside is you agree to hand your genetic code over to the communist state of China.
Yeah. And you know they're keeping tabs on that.
It can be accessed by the state party at their will because they run all the companies in China. And it's just freaky and weird. I'm sorry, there's no other way to, like, what do we do? There's no cybersecurity law that mandates that we do anything about this. So they're free to do this.
That's what's just fucking crazy.
It is crazy.
And I am so thankful I'm not fucking living there.
It's
Stretch the legs,
I just don't even know what to do. The amount of healthcare data they have on us because of this is really, really scary.
Yeah.
And it's something that can be weaponized in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And
Imagine that your DNA ends up becoming the reason for the fucking massive extinction of fucking North America.
well, it would be, you know what, anti-vaxxers, you sons of bitches, you know what they could do real easy? Is bioengineer a virulent strain of smallpox and reintroduce it genetically.
Yeah.
We could all be born with a strain of smallpox that they invent that we're not vaccinated against because you idiots don't vaccinate your kids. I'm sorry that's how the circle squares in my mind, but a superbug could be invented right now, today, and they've got the genetic material of 12 million people that they can wipe out just because we arrested their fucking cell phone executive.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this shit turns into when you're dealing with these people. You one cell phone executive and they'll wipe out 12 million of us with a fucking, oh, it's just ridiculous. And they wouldn't even, they can wipe out enough people this way that they could take over. China could take over the world. There won't be enough of us left to stop them. It's just, it's such a, I know it's depressing, but it's true. This could happen. There is no weapon of mass destruction more powerful than DNA. I know that sounds weird and scientific for me, because I don't really get it. It's this or make dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure that's all you can do with this stuff. But either way, we all end up dead.
Yeah.
And that's a scary thought. We joke about